It's a real commitment. It's fun.
I don't know if it's right feet.
Kind of.
That's a lot of
Don't be impressed still. Some stuff written down, but they're really surprised. I like to see what happens in these things. There's an area in here, there's an area in here for everything. How long is yours? A minute and a half? Okay. It looks like it's automatic. There's an area in here for everything. I'm just saying, I got to go for it. He's going to feed on it. I'm just going to feed the room. You know me. See where it takes her. Okay, if you don't want me to bring it, oh, okay. Oh, that's exactly what I was going to say. See, we're still rolling first.
Good afternoon, parents and family relatives, faculty and staff members, fellow students, and members of the graduating class. My name is Vladislav Martinchuk, and it is my honor to welcome all of you to the commencement ceremony of the year 2026. First of all, I would like to express my greatest appreciation to the students who are here today, and to the teaching and care faculty members for always being the ones who help form ideas and enrich the mind with curiosity, discipline, and respect. To the parents for your efforts in securing a good education for your children. And to the graduates for coming here alive and awake after Mr. McLean's humanities test. Standing here before you and reflecting on my last 3 years I had spent in this institution, I cannot help but mention the first time I have stepped on the porch of AIS. It was scary, but at the same time exciting. Seeing new people, speaking a foreign language with new teachers and friends, and even eating not good meals. I must admit, I felt alienated for the first few days. In fact, all of us had that feeling. Nevertheless, the school's warm atmosphere made it impossible to feel left alone and negligible, but instead feel included and involved in our small community. A lot of things have changed since then. We matured up, made new friends, developed new interests, and became more intelligent. Some of us more than others. However, there is one thing that has remained static for all of us graduates. And I'm not talking about completing a project the night before its due date, or complaining about Miss Welch's homework assignments. No. I am talking about courage. Every single one of those people is courageous in their own way. Whether it is taking challenging courses, or not being afraid to take a risky shot, or even walking up to a stranger on the streets and talking to them in a foreign language. In fact, the single choice of attending this school, for many of us away from our parents, from our home, is a sign of courage. I personally have changed schools 3 times in my life before arriving at this school. And I must say that this community and this graduating class have shown the greatest kindness and respect to me as the student, classmate, or just a guy you sometimes see in the hallway. Given the fact that our school is relatively small, it brings, however, that rather important feeling of unity. It is not possible to curse at someone and ignore them for the rest of the week. No. You will see that person again and again and again before the feeling of guilt itself will eventually force you to apologize and value that relationship. And that spiritual energy revolves around the school all the time, which I find truly unbelievable. Another party I would like to give a lot of credit to is my lovely family. Father, it would not have been possible if this was not for you. Mother, thank you for the support you have shown me even in the hardest times. My siblings, you're the ones who taught me how to value time, because it does fly fast. and it seems that all of us have grown up in a split second. Today, as I'm standing here before you and thinking about what happened, I'm also eager to find out what is about to come. Looking at these faces, I see not only success, achievements, future plans, and new discoveries, but also hope. Hope for a brighter future, hope for a better world, and hope for a united and peaceful society, which we all need in the present time of distress. I sincerely believe that these 22 individuals you all see before you here today will make the world wonder how such a small school produced such great minds.
Hi, my name is Laura Fox, and I am the Dean of Students, and I am here to introduce the winner of this year's ECIS Award for International Understanding. The ECIS stands for the European Council of International Schools. This is a very special award, and it's not one that we give every year. This award is given to the person whose contributions to the school transcend their accomplishments in the classroom and focus instead on how they have impacted the community as a whole. The criteria for the award is as follows. The ECIS Award for International Understanding is awarded to a student who is a good representative of his or her own country with a positive attitude toward the life and culture of others, able to converse in at least 2 languages, a contributing force in the life of the school with the ability to bring differing people together into a sense of community, thus furthering the cause of international understanding. This year's recipient is Hector Lopez. Hector embodies these qualities to a T. A representative should have a positive attitude toward the life and culture of others and be a contributing force in the life of the school. Hector is easily the most visible student on campus. In his official role, he is the head of student council, where he has created school-wide events such as barbecues, cooking activities, and helped organize day trips. In his unofficial role, he has taken it upon himself to be the welcoming committee for new students. Whether it's in the beginning of the year, as new students are walking in the door, and he's helping to make them and their families feel more comfortable, or when students sometimes join us in the middle of the year, Hector makes a point to reach out to every new student who walks through that door and make sure that they know that they have a friend to talk to. Hector was born to work with people. He is a natural in hospitality. His warmth is genuine, and his eagerness to welcome people to the community and foster an environment of tolerance and respect can be seen in many ways, most notably his ability to speak to students and staff in English, German, Spanish, French, and even a little Russian. He has the ability to bring people together into a sense of community. In fact, I knew within 6 months of meeting Hector, this is his 2nd year at the school, that he would one day win this award. Never, in my now 24 years of education, have I seen a student so intentional and sincere in their desire to bring people together to have positive experiences. Hector is a leader to his core, and the foundation of his leadership ability is the style of accepting everyone for who they are. It is my belief that there is not a person sorry. I just really like him. There is not a person who has ever been, expected to be anyone other than themselves when they are with Hector. He makes everyone feel comfortable and valued. And this is one of the finest qualities that I can think of in a human being. So I will stop talking and ask instead that if everyone here could raise their hand if Hector has ever been kind to you, or greeted you with a warm smile, or been a good friend to you, or helped you through a hard time, or made your day better by his effervescent personality, or stopped to talk to you when no one else did, or even took the time out of his day to answer a question you may have had. Please raise your hand. Well, that could have backfired, and it didn't, so that's great. Just take a look, Hector. This is the effect that you have on people. It is for this reason that I know that no matter what you do in your life, you will go at it with your whole heart, and it will most certainly be unique and special because that is who you are. Congratulations on being the winner of this year's ECIS Award.
Now is my time to talk, I guess. So, first of all, thank you so much, Ms. Fox, for your lovely introduction. You know how much this has meant to me and how much I appreciate what we built together for the past 2 years, as well as everything you've done for me, and how grateful I am for your guidance, love, and companionship. Having that said, dear teachers, student staff, parents, and fellow classmates, thank you all for gathering here together to celebrate this year's of the class of 2026. It is truly a privilege and honor to stand before you on such a meaningful occasion receiving this award. I come from a country very far from here, from my beautiful Mexico. And if there is something that I can carry with pride, it's the kindness and worth that my people have and culture have taught me. We grew up just believing that even the smallest everyday gesture can brighten someone's day. Even if it's a little smile, asking someone how they're doing, sharing a few words of advice, lending a helping hand, or even just giving a simple hug to make others feel comfort and safe. And in my journey to come and study abroad back from home, I have seen this as a grateful tool for me. Almost like a magic wand that I can use to take out whenever I want to make the atmosphere around me feel a little better, brighter, and more welcoming for others. I think that sometimes we believe that it is difficult to talk to others, especially in an environment like ours. There's so many cultures and things that come together. I think we have so many nationalities around us, and I feel that this could be a really great thing to see around us. I think that's something that makes me really proud of the environment that I come from. It's the environment that I've been around for the past 2 years. I know that it is intimidating to talk to others, especially in this kind of environment where so many different languages, cultures, traditions, backgrounds, and stories come together. But I believe what makes an environment like ours truly magical is that even when it can feel a little intimidating to talk to others, there's always a quiet wonder in every single person waiting to be discovered. With so many untold stories around us, if we simply take a moment to listen and reach out, we often encounter wonders and surprises. This is something I've experienced myself. In recent years, I've learned several languages, and I think it is often shown when I just include some random foreign words in my random speaking English with my friends. All of these words are developed by my friends, and these are gifts they have allowed me to learn, and I am deeply grateful for them, as they help me to connect meaningfully with others and find something we can share. Being kind and compassionate isn't complicated. I would even say that it's innate in our human nature. So wherever you are, choose to contribute something positive to make the place feel a little better, because in the end, what makes us human is not our differences, but how we care about each other. And every time you choose kindness, you choose humanity. And I ask you for only one last favor. From now on, you're great enough to change the world, curious enough to wander through it, and kind enough to live others with you, and especially unforgettable enough to be missed forever. Finally, I would like to thank everyone present for making this experience so unforgettable for me. I could never have imagined that I would travel so extensively, discover so many new places, see more than I ever thought, and attain something as valuable as my high school education, all while living among my closest friends. Who would have imagined that going to a boarding school in some corner of the Alps would lead me to find a home, and that life would give me to 20 senior brothers and sisters I can count with for life. I want them to know that I can also count on you. Perhaps the experience wouldn't have been the same if we hadn't gone through this process altogether. I would like to express my deepest gratitude to my parents, whose quiet sacrifice and unwavering trust allowed were son to spend years abroad, far from home, enriched with history. This decision not only provided me with an education, but also a life-changing experience that shaped me with learning many new things, and with the world view and my perspective on myself, as well as the opportunity to learn what a pediment and identify Gothic elements. Thank you very much, Mr. McLean, for that. I would like to extend a special mention to my colleagues, Richie Ramsauer and Sasha Petrosian, who have become my confidants over the past few years. They are truly wonderful people, and I feel fortunate to have shared this time with them. I am deeply grateful for everything we have experienced together, and I will always carry fond memories of them and miss them from today onward. With nothing more to add, dear seniors, as you begin this new chapter in your lives, I wish you every success in all what you pursue, a future full of light and purpose, and a life rich in happiness and peace. May your journeys be smooth, your dreams ambitious, and your hearts always find joy along the way. With nothing more to add, gracias, merci, danke, dziękuję, personal, dziękuję, voilà, mulțumesc, благодарю, dziękuję, spasiba, kamsahamnida, and finally, thank you.
Before I introduce this year's valedictorian, I would like to say a few words about this year's salutatorian, Vladislav Martinchuk, who gave the salutatorian address to welcome all of us. The title of salutatorian is granted to the graduating senior with the second highest GPA, cumulative GPA, at our school. After 3 years at AIS, Vlad has managed to finish with a GPA of 3.958. Vlad has achieved this with a very challenging course load in the senior year, taking 4 advanced placement courses, AP Biology, AP European History, AP Literature and Composition, and AP Calculus BC. Vlad has also successfully taken AP Human Geography, AP Pre-Calculus last year, earning the highest possible score of 5 on both exams. As Vlad's math teacher, I would like to note that he has decided to take the AP Calculus BC exam in March of this year, so when most of the year had already been completed. He left himself only 2 months to learn all of the course material, mostly through independent study. I was impressed with how quickly he was able to catch up with the rest of the class, and I'm looking forward to seeing his results in July. This goes to show Vlad's focus and drive when he sets a goal for himself. While I'm impressed by his efforts in math, I admit I am somewhat envious of his effort and diligence he devotes to his German class. I share a classroom with Ms. Larschneider, and I'm often coming to my classroom interrupting a conversation between Ms. Larschneider and Vlad, in German of course, just as Vlad's having a discussion practicing his German. I was not surprised after witnessing this a few times that Vlad had skipped a year of German, going from German 3 to German Literature this year, which is the highest German course our school offers, and he finished with an A+ in that course. So, that is to say, Vlad's title as salutatorian is very well earned, and good job, Vlad. Oh, well, you already got it, it's fine. I will say after graduating from AIS, Vladislav plans to attend the University of Vienna, where he plans to study chemistry. The title of valedictorian is given to the graduating senior with the highest cumulative GPA. And with a cumulative GPA of 3.992 at the end of her 4th year at our school, our class valedictorian is Anastasia Pizula. Like Vlad, Nastia earned these results the hard way with a very challenging course load, which includes AP Biology, AP European History, AP Literature and Composition, and AP Calculus BC in her senior year. As a junior last year, she successfully took the AP Human Geography, AP Chemistry, and AP Pre-Calculus exams. Like Vlad, Nastya had also skipped a level of German to be in Miss Larschneider's German literature class this year, where she also finished with an A. As impressive as Nastya's accomplishments were, it should be noted that our school year is only 9 months long, and the academic day is only 7 hours long. That leaves 17 hours per day during the school year, and 3 whole months during the summer for extracurricular activities. During the school year, much of that 17 extra hours is spent practicing, playing, or traveling with one of 2 local Salzburg basketball teams, the Salzburg BBU Bundesliga team and the Salzburg BBU U19 team. Of course, this is all in addition to Nastya's involvement with our school basketball and volleyball teams. During her summer break in each of the last 2 years, Nastya has attended summer programs in the USA. In 2024, she attended the Garcia Summer Program at Stony Brook University in Long Island, New York, where she conducted graphene oxide research. And last summer, she attended the Rockefeller University Summer Science Research Program, in which she studied environmental DNA biodiversity. These summer programs are each 7 weeks long and involve intensive full-time study. The Garcia Summer Program and the Rockefeller Summer Program accept fewer than 10% and 3% of applicants, respectively, making them very highly competitive admissions. I would like to reiterate that the class valedictorian is the student with the highest cumulative GPA. So even with placement in a higher level German class, with a hectic sports schedule, and participation in intensive summer programs, Nastya has managed to remain at the top of her class. Nastya plans to study engineering at university, however, she has not yet decided where she would like to attend. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming this year's valedictorian, Anastasia Bazooka.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm glad to see you everyone here because this accomplishment is truly unbelievable. Throughout this past 4 years, graduation always was something distant, mysterious, and sometimes even intimidating. It was a moment we talked about for so long, and someone didn't even know what would come after it. And now finally everyone is here. Every single person sitting here today has completed a monumental journey. Given the pressure, the uncertainties, and the responsibilities we carry on our shoulders every day, I am incredibly proud of every single member of our class of 2026. When I first arrived at AIS, I felt completely lost. I remember how nervous I was since I was not confident with my English. At that time, I felt like this was the biggest moment in my life, and if I failed, everything would be ruined. I worried about whether everyone would understand me and whether I would be able to keep up with work. But as time passed, I realized the crucial truth about the school. Every teacher here is willing to help you if you're seeking help. They would help you and patiently explain every single concept. But it was also a responsibility from a student. They would help you if you ask for help, because this is an incredible intention of a person to seek for knowledge. No one is going to hand it to you. And one of our classes this year was humanities with Mr. McLean. It was honestly one of the most confusing yet rewarding classes in my life, I wouldn't lie. I remember struggling with Plato's ideas and his theory of recollection. It was completely bewildering how confusing it was. And Plato was arguing for the idea that everything that we learned, we once knew. And every time we're just remembering the knowledge that was once in the ideal form that is somewhere higher. He suggested that after you are recollecting this knowledge, it would just come to you and you wouldn't even notice how it comes. However, this is not how our school works, and I wished if late-night studies were just easier. For some information, our exams is extremely confusing, and even today's exam was really challenging. said when you cannot deal with problems yourself, you will need a hand of help. And people around us here today, all of our teachers are here to guide us. I'm deeply grateful to teachers, relatives, friends, who act as our recollectors from the story of Plato, helping us to find the potential we never knew we had. I would specifically express my gratitude to Ms. Kasperger for her helping me in 9th grade with biology. Every single day I was unable to prepare for final exam, and she was explaining every single concept with patience, and I don't know how she handled it. I would also like to express gratefulness to Mr. Lichty, because despite his sometimes sarcastic comments in class, everyone in our grade knows that he wishes us to succeed the most. Looking back now, I think many of us appreciate everything that happens in the school more than we even realize. Also, I can individually thank every person who helped every single one of us along this journey. I want to know, everyone in this room, that everyone was fighting for this graduation. I would also like to express huge gratitude to my family. I have 3 siblings, and all of them are really bright people who I hope once will succeed in the future. For years, we tried to build perfect plans through grades, sports, and university applications. But the most important learning happens when we weren't even looking for it. This high school class said, taught us resilience. It taught us how to ask the right questions at the right time and to keep working even if you don't want. Uncertainty is not a negative thing. It is simply an invitation for someone else to lend you a hand of help. None of us reached this stage alone. So I once again want to thank everyone present in this room. And now, congratulations to the class of 2026.
Thank you very much, Nastya. During the musical interlude, as is tradition around here for the last 20 years, the members of the class of 2026 would like to give a symbol of their thanks and gratitude to the guests who are here with us today.
Good afternoon, family, friends, students, staff, and most importantly, the class of 2026. Thinking about how you started and where you are now, I am reminded of Salzburg's weather. It may sound like small talk, but I promise you're more connected to the weather than you might think. After living here for some time now, or even if you're just visiting for the week, by now many of you know what it means to survive a day in Salzburg's unpredictable weather. Or maybe you're someone who still needs Miss Fox's reminder of gloves required before venturing on a bike ride in single-digit weather. Either way, your journey to this point is very well represented by a day of weather in really any season of Salzburg. For those of you morning people eager enough to wake with the sun, you'll usually find a low, thick fog blanketing even the most notable landmarks of the city. When you first entered AIS, you likely felt surrounded by a similar cloud of uncertainty that comes with moving to a new school and a new community. Questions followed you through the door. Who would you become? And who would help you along the way? Or maybe just, who's my roommate and what's for lunch? Shanti joined AIS as quarantines and mask mandates lingered and continued to limit social interactions. Only 3 weeks after enrolling at the school, Peter, Alex, Toma, Lisa, Mikhail, Nastya, and Anna spent 14 hours on a bus ride to Paris, along with a packed 4-day itinerary. Tim, Andre, Sonia, Richie, and Vlad were thrown into Mr. McLean's U.S. history class, with rigorous demands for nightly reading assignments and note-taking that could make or break their academic standing. Sophia, Victor, and Sasha joined the community after classes had already begun, missing the introduction to the school year and learning the rules, people, and expectations as they went. Hector, Amtek, and Alisher enrolled in at least 2 AP classes each as they started their AIS career, learning quickly about the high expectations of teachers and the accompanying workload that followed. Perillo and Evelina joined a pre-established community of 19 students in their senior year, and were met with a senior paper project, university applications, and numerous AP classes tightly squeezed into their schedules. Many of you have left your home in the midst of a war that added another layer of unknowns about your return and the people you are leaving behind. Additionally, you found yourself several hours at least away from your closest family members. For any of you, these aspects of starting at AIS could have been enough to stop you in your tracks. After all, morning fog in Salzburg can be dense and nearly impossible to navigate through to the other side. But you all managed to do so. Just as a car needs headlights to break through the impenetrable haze, you learned that you too could not tackle the changes alone. In my 4 years working at AIS, I have watched as you built up, leaned on, and led a community to guide you through this unclear path. You sought out residential staff members after the final bell on a school day, during a dinner, or in the calm of a Friday night on campus, to not only learn about your new home, but also to find meaningful connections with the staff members responsible for leading it. These interactions started to shape you into a better roommate, friend, teammate, and student. We saw the effects as you became more conscientious of your shared space, navigated how to best support a friend in need, went out of your way to celebrate a new player's contribution, or excelled on a major assessment. Your energy was palpable as you happily joined bike rides, hikes, crafts, Just Dance, and so many other weekend activities. Back when I was an RA, if a member of the class of 2026 signed up for an activity I was leading, I genuinely looked forward to being a part of it, because I knew it would likely lead to laughs, inclusive moments, and an overall great time. Your intentional approach to relationships with teachers also relieved the weight of the haze felt at the start of your journey. Each and every one of you found at least one teacher, if not many, that you could talk to outside of class time. Not just about the class content or your academic progress, but also about your interests, your dreams, and your personal life. At the same time, you learned how to navigate English and grammar, critically analyze a text, contextualize present-day events from developments throughout history, manipulate and visualize data and equations, and test theories through experimentation. The people behind me not only led you in these endeavors, they held you accountable and refused to let you get swallowed up by any of the enticing alternatives that threatened your authentic learning experience. Thanks to small class sizes and time spent in the same classes each and every day, you could not hide from the work, nor from the teacher for that matter. These daily reinforcements instilled habits of excellence in you, whether you were aware of it or not. Slowly but surely, the fog began to dissipate and blue sky emerged as you started getting more comfortable settling into the routine that worked for you. For some, an early start to the day allowed you to eat breakfast, speak with family, and finish that final reading assignment you forgot from the night before. For others, you learned to perfectly time your alarm, allowing you to arrive just before that second bell rang for first period. Some of you saw lunch as a time to socialize, put away the phone, and connect after a draining morning of classes. Others rushed through a meal in order to maximize the 15 minutes of time upstairs in your room. Many of you ran to catch that first bus 6 minutes after the final bell, hoping to get off campus and take advantage of time in the city with friends. A few of you walked tiredly to your rooms and recharged before wandering the halls and finding a snack shack or someone you could get lost in conversation with. Some of you went to office hours where you tried to understand mistakes on the most recent test, or just to chat. Regardless of the schedules you followed, you felt a sense of security in the predictability of the days and the people around you. In true Salzburg fashion, enjoying improved and predictable weather was a futile effort. Out of nowhere, dark clouds would quickly roll in, taking the form of deadlines, competitions, personal conflicts, self-doubt, temptations towards shortcuts and poor choices. The wind would ominously pick up pace as the consequences of mistakes altered the safety you associated with this place and that you had felt only moments prior. Before you could seek shelter or make an attempt at raising your weak umbrella, rain, snow, or even hail would start coming down fast and furious without regard. Just as resignation could be expected when met with dense fog, one might expect you to return home, take a warm shower, and lie down until the storms and their effects were forgotten. But not the class of 2026. Instead, these storms and trials made you reflect on the tools you had at your disposal. When you saw the fallen branches and the petals reflecting hard times or mistakes back to you, you looked to rebuild rather than resign, using 3 very deliberate approaches. 1, you embraced the community and reflected maturely about your role within it. You began branching out to speak with people you'd never met. This usually started with questions about how to say certain things in various native languages, beginning, of course, with the curse words, followed by more natural conversational necessities, such as, how are you? You asked questions about holidays, food, and descriptions of each other's hometowns or cities. Eventually, you inquired about family and hobbies, building relationships regardless of age or nationality. Sitting in the dining hall, I'd often hear these conversations start with, what food do you miss the most from home? And end with, what role do you think religion plays in the world we see today? All within the 40-minute lunch period. 18 out of 21 of you joined an AIS sports team for at least one season in your time at the school. Whether star athlete or beginner, you all participated in the sports you played in with an attitude of achieving something as a team. You never saw it as an individual endeavor, but rather an opportunity to connect, grow, and excel with your teammates. This unique approach led you to countless productive practices, unforgettable memories, dozens of wins, and even multiple championships. As you became seniors, sometimes building community also meant taking responsibility for your actions and apologizing to those you wronged. Each time you acknowledged your role and a shortcoming, students and staff saw you genuinely trying to improve. The younger classes took notice, and they were inspired to do the same. 2, you forged ahead with curiosity, your learning toward your learning and your community, to stop yourself from being a passive learner or friend. Your preparation for classes allowed you to not only engage in lessons, but to ask questions that pushed into the why and how things work. You didn't stop when you were confused, you asked for clarification. You met teachers' demands for excellence by demanding excellence in return. The energy and joy you as a class gained from each other's curiosity was contagious. Your warmth was felt around campus because you made your presence a positive one. Your questions about the world did not stop at the classroom door, but rather flowed into the hallways and backyard as you struck up a conversation while waiting for lunch or passing the ball outside. You excitedly joined excursions after exhausting weeks leading up to a midterm or end of a trimester because you genuinely enjoyed this time with the community and sought new travel experiences. 3, you found motivation. You changed your habits and started taking detailed notes. You worked productively in study halls. You met with a peer tutor or sacrificed time with friends to go to office hours. Some of you even bought a binder to organize your materials. Some not. You spent your final weeks of senior year in numerous multi-hour, university-level AP exams that required significant preparation and determination to complete. While the memory of the storm always remained, the weather slowly improved again. As the sun tentatively poked through the clouds this time, however, you felt the warmth with a greater sense of appreciation for the work it took to get there. I am struck by the way this class has left its mark. Like a rainbow that stops onlookers in their tracks, this group of 21 achieved countless milestones worthy of praise. You led and excelled in the classroom, athletic arenas, dorms, dining halls, activities, and trips. You became mentors, tutors, captains, activity organizers, distinguished students, outstanding students, and senior scholars. This year, more than ever, the community has looked to you as we look to a freshly cleared sky, hoping for something to impress us, and you have not disappointed. While the sun is setting on your high school career, and these accomplishments start to fade with the pink rays on the clouds, spend a moment taking it all in. It's not just luck or good timing that got you here, although sometimes that helps. It's the people in front of you, your family, your friends, your AIS community, who helped you weather the fog and stormy times when you needed it the most. Today, you walked out of 106 Mustrasse as high school students for the last time. Last I checked, the weather is only getting better in the days to come as you start your well-deserved celebration of this chapter. Unfortunately, I cannot predict the weather you will face in the future, Just like the weather in Salisbury, however, there will undoubtedly be rocky times ahead. As you meet new people, move to new places, and embark on new adventures, you will always be able to think about your time here. Think about your achievements, of course, as those prove you can not only survive, but excel in the toughest of times. Think about your learning too, as it feeds your curiosity in pursuit of your passions and challenges your assumptions. Think about your community, these people you welcomed into your life as friends. But most of all, listen to your heart. I know for a fact it will always navigate you through the toughest of times and harshest of weathers. Thank you for being a part of this school. Thank you for being a part of this community. Thank you for being a part of my life. Congratulations to the class of 2026.
We are now getting ready to award diplomas to the members of the senior class of 2026. Before we do so, a round of applause for a pro music quartet led by my wife. And because buildings and curricula don't educate young people, people do. The staff and faculty of AIS Salisbury deserve a round of applause today. Thank you very much. Would the seniors of the American International School of Salisbury, class of 2026, please stand and prepare to receive your diplomas. When I call your name, please come forward to receive it. Now declaring the class of 2026, Anastasia Ditsuka. Salutatorian of the class of 2026, Ladislav Markovich. The ECIS Award winner for International Understanding, Hector Raul Lopez. Alisher Bidori. Anthony Chichin. Sofia Rebot. Mikael Gurel. Sophia Kashina. Elisabetta Kudina. Anja Latina. Victor Luca. Timothy Litvinenko. Evelina Melanetska. Kirilo Melanevski. Alexander Pano. Alexandra Petrosian. Andrei Polishchuk. Richard Henry Ramsauer. Tamara Saleneva. Chantal Alice Schneider. And Peter Volodin. We thank you all for being here today in this lovely celebratory event, watching these young people pass through their secondary schooling and on to their later lives, full of promise, full of hope. The only thing that remains is for me to present to all of you and to the world the American International School of Salzburg, class of 2026. Congratulations.
busy. Super central. Mama, привет!